Hey guys, Tyra here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Crossroads, playing a few days, pointing in the south. We have Siddhartha Gautama as the OKW, and his loadout is Luftwaffe Ground Forces, Firestorm, and Overwatch. You may know this player more by their COH2 alias creative name. I'll be referring to them as creative name from here on out because this is a bit of a mouthful. And in the north we have Luvnest as the Brits, excuse me, straight away going for Commando. So yeah, as you might be able to tell by that throat clear, I have been sick, which is why there hasn't been a video on the channel for a few days, but pretty much all good now. Still got a little bit of a runny nose and whatnot, but not so bad that I'm not going to be able to record a video, so let's get stuck in. Siddhartha is top 20 OKW, and I'm not sure what Luvnest's rank is with the Brits, so this could be a pretty close match. Could be a closey. Luvnest getting off to quite a conservative start here. Student Pioneers closing in. They're taking a lot of damage on the approach. Looks like they're gonna lose this engagement. Luvnest getting some good model drops there. He did the right thing, you know. Luvnest didn't try to make it to cover, try to get the cover bonuses. Just stood there, started blasting away, and it worked perfectly.
Infantry attacking in force.
Looks like he's transitioning now into a Vickers. We're actually seeing a creative name going for a 3 Volksgrenadier into Tech Truck. So usually you'd see 4, but he's gone for 3. Unconventional build. Maybe he wants to go for a fast MG34. That would be a reasonable explanation for this build. But not getting the extra Volksgrenadier is going to hurt his early aggression. Vickers opens up, but he managed to get neutralized and didn't get suppressed. Vickers at max range, probably not going to suppress first burst. Suppression power isn't that strong.
Point is being overrun. Supplies looking a bit squiffy.
Oh, but this is a good position for Luvnest. Got heavy cover on both sides. Student Pioneers closing in. Focusing them down, but Student Pioneers could win this one. No, they once again drop some models there. Let's retreat. If he maintained the model count a little bit deeper into the engagement, probably could have won it. He's brought his machine gun up in support now as well. Gonna put some more pressure on these Volksgrenadiers. Got one squad over here, but you know, if he did have one more squad of folks, maybe he could come in, try some flanks or something spicy, but doesn't quite have enough squads on the field to be aggressive here. But this machine gun is of course going to be very strong against the British because the indirect fire options are quite limited. So they have trouble dealing with machine guns. Also quite interesting that we didn't see Luvnest go for a universal carrier. I think this is probably one of the best maps. The universal carrier. Very hard to land a Faust on this map. There's some really nice retreat paths. Cycles through the building. Can he evade before the machine gun opens up? He does. MG has to retreat. Retreats in this direction though, so not going to get wiped. He's just plopped his machine gun in the center here. Looks like he's going to bring it up now though. Maybe to support his push onto the cutoff. Or maybe not.
Supply line's been cut.
5-man upgrade for Luvnest. Pretty standard stuff there.
We're losing a capture point.
Charges his engineers in here. Forces away the Sturms. And you can just see the power of this 5-man upgrade for the sections. Even with the STG upgrade, the sections are still strong enough to beat that squad there. Because moving up. Fortunately, is trying to squeeze around the side, and they do. There's an incendiary grenade onto the machine gun. But still, he loses to the sections, and that's the power of that 5-man upgrade. Makes the Tommies just so strong, they don't even really need weapon upgrades to fight against most squads. Which is why it's seen as such a problem upgrade.
Standing by for setting of command post.
Squad just in the arc of fire there. Probably could crawl out to the right though. Pioneers did get suppressed right on the edge of that machine gun's arc, but could continue running around the side.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Get around the side. Luvnest did reposition this, but not far enough. And here comes some folks. That's going to be a full retreat here from Luvnest.
Our capture point. They're trying to
Finally,
take it.
creative name makes a breakthrough. See, got a mine here. Good idea from Luvnest on that
Enemy causing trouble.
cover
Trying to
position.
take one of our points.
And this is going to be a super early tech truck for creative name. Luvnest has not had any success harassing this game. Bringing in some commandos now though. Not the best. Oh, I mean, it's a decent map for commandos. They are quite good at ambushing. The problem with them is just so hard to push with commandos. It's not like shock troops, they don't have armor, so they can close the distance effectively. Much better at ambushing, which is kind of just generally the Brits' problem. They just have trouble pushing territory.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
And you'd think that their close quarters unit would help with that, but unfortunately
Commandos can be
it
called
also
into battle.
struggles
The enemy cut our supply line.
close the distance, especially against other elite squads like Obers, who in the process of the commanders getting close can very easily lose the engagement once they have closed the distance.
Your commandos are ready.
He's training 2 squads of commandos here though. We'll bring in another glider. Novel strategy, let's see how it works out. This glider going to be in this position. Remember, you can reinforce from these gliders, so it's good to put them in a nice position to make effective use of that reinforcement. Oh, and there's the ambush. Bundle grenade, or light gamma bomb rather, onto the machine gun, but that machine gun was super spread out.
Standing by.
Looks like the machine gun's gonna... Oh, gets decrewed right at the doorstep. It's like a bundle grenade though. Did go off on this commando, and it's almost going down to the obers, but obers can't quite get the kill. Commandos really want to steal that machine gun, but I think they'll get suppressed by the flak emplacement before they do.
Hostile fire! Hostile fire! Maneuver und fire. Stay mobile.
Get some more mines down. Looks like Luvnest not going for the weapon upgrades. And generally when you're using this commando, I feel like you don't go for the weapon upgrades as much. Try and play a bit more aggressively with this commander. You got the assault ability, which makes, I believe it makes your Tommies like better at fighting on the move, so you can be a bit more aggressive with them in that manner. And you got the mortar cover as well, quite a strong ability, and then finally air supremacy, which can be very strong at killing tech trucks if you manage to get a little bit of damage on them first. He's making use of the smoke rate here though, which gives a tremendous amount of smoke, as you can see. Making use of that ambush again on these commandos. Luvnest making really good use of the camouflage commandos. And the smoke rate is providing so much smoke. Creative Name has to get super close range before he can engage because of that smoke. But he has gone for a very fast ticking strategy. However, it looks to have perhaps backfired here because Luvnest has so many boots on the ground, so many squads right now, and Creative Name's lost control of his fuel. This fast tick perhaps all for nothing, unless he can regather control of the fuel and get a tank out soon.
Ready! Grenadiers back.
Remember, the glider from this commander can't build commandos, unlike the one from... oh my god, another ambush with that grenade. Looks like the flak HQ gonna save the machine gun from getting decrewed though.
A capture point is being overrun.
Creative Name doing the right thing though, going out to this side where there are no squads, no point in charging into all of Luvnest's units. Trying to go where Luvnest is weak, and he's actually probably going to be able to connect
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
connect the fuel over here, so it's not going to hamper his medium tank timing too much. Luvnest using assault now. Gives small combat bonuses.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points. Flares prepped. High explosive phosphorus mortar rounds ready to
Can
fire.
these Royal Engineers hang on here? Stop the capture of this
Forces have
fuel.
constructed a company command post.
They suffered a lot of losses there. A lot of models down. Went for an anti-tank gun early, and hasn't really paid off.
Enemy threatening
Couldn't
a
make a
capture
push
point.
with it onto the tech structure. Kind of sat around doing nothing for the last few minutes.
Our capture point.
Nice
They're trying
grenade.
to take it.
Oh, this could be a wipe. There. Oh, and they dropped the LMG as well. Is he going to pick that up with the commandos or the Tommies? Looks like it's going to be the Tommies. Commandos can fire the LMG on the move though. They are an elite squad. So it wouldn't be too bad on the commandos. But by that token, their combat bonuses from veterancy is also not that strong. So I need to reinstall the veterancy descriptions. So yeah, the bonuses that LMG is going to get on a commando squad are actually not that strong from veterancy. Here comes the first tank. Luvnest has a lot of fuel, so he probably hasn't even ticked yet. Oh my god.
We're losing a capture point.
Oh no, he has ticked.
Enemy action has destroyed our forward position.
Just doesn't have the manpower to build a tank yet. Does have the anti-tank gun. It's going to land a hit here. It's going to use the smoke raid again, it looks like. Wonder if that's going to smoke his own AT gun so it can't fire here. Nope. He's getting some good hits on. P4 has to retreat, it's taking heavy damage. You can see the power of the smoke raid, just so much smoke across such a wide area of the map. So that was actually a pretty ineffective first push from the Panzer IV. Took quite a lot of damage there, didn't get enough kills. When you go for a fast tech like this, you really want your early medium tech to have a big impact when it hits the field, and that hasn't happened. So things are looking pretty good for Luvnest at this particular juncture. Problem is he's still just a little bit strapped for manpower. Can't get out his own vehicle at the moment. At some point it might be worth considering not reinforcing a squad and just getting your tank under production. At the moment he doesn't really need to be on the field that much, it's a lot of territory. He does need a tank to try and contest this Panzer IV. So he's going for the Cromwell. P4 heading out to the exact same side again. Avoids the 6-pounder for that first hit. Raketen now here as well. Just taking fire already. Nice evasion of that grenade. Yeah, this is the side the Panzer IV should be coming out to. Away from the 6-pounder. Oh, here's a Goliath. Currently hiding in this little mine crater. Oh, is this going to be a wipe? Oh, it is. Commando's down. Other commando's also in jeopardy of the Panzer IV. Panzer IV misses the first hit though. Oh.
Wireless intercept. They still have 300 points remaining.
No.
Enemy causing trouble.
Got caught pathing on the VP flag there. Doesn't get the wipe. Good reactions there by Luvnest though.
Supply is looking a bit squiffy.
So yeah, once you got all your squads upgraded with weapon upgrades, you might as well chuck out a few Goliaths. That's exactly what he's doing.
Threatening a capture point.
What happened to Luvnest's Cromwell?
Supply line's been cut.
Did he cancel it? Did it die? He must have cancelled it, right? Maybe he's going for a comet. It's ticked hammer, so yeah, it must be going for the comet. Not a terrible choice against the OKW Panzer IV, you know, more armour, more health, more penetration. It can be very helpful against the beefier, more heavily armoured OKW Panzer IV.
Fighter bombers ready to...
Oh, loses his anti-tank gun.
Quite dead.
Pulling the smoke raid. 5-man Tommies with the Vet 3 though. I think these Obers have met their match.
Supply line.
overwhelmed there. Those probably need to be Vet 2 before they can fight this squad. Even then it's going to be tough. But yeah, nice use of smoke ray once again by Luvnest, ensuring he can recruit his anti-tank gun very safely.
You now have a new Comet tank.
And here comes the Comet. Going to be facing 2 Okedobi Panzer IVs though, so don't have his work cut out.
We need eyes on top. Circulate. Enemy infantry firing on us. Where do you want this Comet?
But you don't see it too often these days, because it did receive quite a few nerfs. Nerfs to its moving accuracy, nerfs to the white phosphorus. So, might be like a tiny bit underpowered at the moment, relative to its cost. Certainly not a severe misjudgment of its abilities, but maybe just like a tiny bit underpowered. We're getting creeping up. He actually cancelled that Panzer IV, going for the Jagdpanzer instead. He gets one hit in, now it's going to retreat. Oh. Engineers charge in here. Before coming over to support, but it's quite low. Luckily, Comet bounces its first shot. And there's the Jagdpanzer. 6-pounder's in a good position to support here. So it's going to be a pullback by creative name. And you can see the power of these Tommies. The NG-34, it's a nasty sight. Just tearing through any old squad. This could be a wipe. It's going in for it, but there is a Goliath here. If he chased any further, that probably would have been the end of the Comet. The Jagdpanzer right there as well. Remember, the Goliath does, I think, twice as much damage when you detonate it itself versus when it gets killed. It's actually been quite smart by Luvnest, just constantly on this flank, hiding his commandos on the cover. Oh, we're getting creeping up from the sides. Comet charging forwards. Oh, there, he gets the kill. Oh, but the Comet goes down as well. That's a disaster. Luvnest loses his LMG squad and his Comet all at once. Pulling in mortar cover. Not much here. Looks like he's getting the Sturms. But P4's charging in now. No anti-tank support for the 6-pounder. Things going horribly wrong here for Luvnest.
Weapon crew lost. Enemy threatening a capture point.
And you can trace the start of this massive downturn to the fact that these guys ran in over here, took quite a lot of damage, then they were kind of out of commission. Only got one engineer at the time. So, couldn't repair his Comet in time. Used it on less than full health and end up going down to that well-used Raketten. Now, Panzer IV running amok in the face of no anti-tank.
Our headquarters are under fire.
It's another white. Oh, two more. Comet now wants to go for the kill on the OKW Panzer IV. Yeah, Panzer are going to probably come over to support. Comet doesn't chase any further. I think he probably had to go for the kill there. He had any hopes of winning the game. Oh, I hear another Goliath. Yeah, I feel like he had to go for the kill on the OKW P4 there. I know he probably would have lost this Comet, maybe, but you know, maybe with some smoke, some evasive driving, maybe he could have gotten him away. But I feel like his current position is so awful. Yeah, Comet's having a bad time. But leaving his rear arm exposed. Clears out the Raketten there. Threatening the crush. Forcing away that squad. Is he going to be able to steal this Raketten? That'd actually be quite nice because he lost his 6-pounder. It's like Creative Name's trying to kill it, but not going to be successful. Obviously does regather it, but he is in deep trouble. It's just 2 of his sections. Grafnan going for another Panzer IV now.
A capture point is being overrun.
Getting a mine up in his base. Doesn't want a repeat performance of that last push where he ended up losing that Tommy and losing his machine gun as well.
We're losing a capture point.
This is pretty much a critical mass of armor for Creative Name. 2 P4s and the Jagdpanzer. That's a tough combination to beat. Luvnest does have enough fuel for another tank, but instead it's going for anti-tank guns. Problem with going for another anti-tank gun, so he still has to deal with this infantry, and he's only really got 2 squads that are combat capable at the moment. So even if he does deal with the vehicles, he have no real way of dealing with the infantry after that.
RE sappers reporting in. The enemy cut our supply line.
Oh man, for a second there I thought I'd left my mic muted. Oh man, that was terrifying. I'm trying to mute out the times of being sick. Nice tech round through the hedge by Luvnest. He is losing territory.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Nice Vickers positioning. This Vickers is going to have to do some heavy lifting here. It's a Creative Name trying to get some Goliaths ready for the ambush. Try and squash this push by Luvnest. You hear that wreck of the Comet spinning around.
We have 300 points remaining.
So yeah, he's having to bring his Comet over here for the push because, as I was saying, he doesn't have that many combat capable squads. He actually pops smoke raid, which is perhaps to his detriment here, allowing these overs to just close in. Oh, they almost got the grenade off. Not quite. Now they do. Doesn't do too much damage, was pretty well spread out. Is in a nice position to pick away. Oh, Tommy charging in. And doesn't get wiped. One model too far away from it. Close call though. Oh! Juicy hit by that P4. Wipes the Tommy. I mean, not the Tommy, the engineer. That was brutal. That is exactly what Luvnest needed not to have happened there. Has regained control of his fuel and VP at the very least. Don't have enough resources for another tank, so with that extra tank he kind of needs to make a comeback. Oh, kind of caught on the VP flag here. Perhaps gonna give time for a Panzerfaust to come in.
Capture point. They're trying to take it.
Perhaps not. He looks like he wasn't even trying for the Panzerfaust there. Should have. Would have got it off. Trying to catch those commandos before they close the distance. Luvnest hanging in there. But imagine if he lost that Tommy with the Goliath over here, probably would be GG. Hanging on by a thread. Takes a couple hits from the 6-pounder. Dispenses some white phosphorus. 6-pounder dishing it out here. I'm not sure how he has sight of the Jagdpanzer. It's going to require some repairs now. Let's have the sweep upgrade though, so it's going to be a bit more speedy, but oh, he's going for another Jagdpanzer. Luvnest going for another Comet. So yeah, he's going to have to make some magic happen with these double Comets. Important that he doesn't lose anything right now before his second Comet comes out.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Can't push through the middle. And there's actually a little bit weak through the middle. There's machine guns out here on the flank.
You now have a new Comet tank.
But he's done it. He's hung in there. You have a couple Goliaths in various locations. Oh man. Pretty big 1-2 hit there. Oh, and they get the wipe. That's exactly what Luvnest needed to get back in this game. Question is, where does he push now? It's really hard to say. There's a lot of armor just loafing around the middle here. Okay, both Goliaths out here on the right. This one gets spotted. I'm gonna back it away now. So he's gonna try to get the neutralize. It is successful. Squad trying to come on the left. Commander's there to stop it. Six-pounders just hanging in there in the middle. Making life very hard. Grave names tanks.
Enemy infantry shooting at us.
These Jagdpanzers also making life hard for the Comets. But they are bouncing a lot of shots. Luvnest getting pretty lucky. Penetrations here. Oh, it's the repair truck. I was like, where are those men coming from? Going to do some repairs.
An engineer
good idea because his population is pretty close to the limit here. Can't really afford to build another squad of stern pioneers. And was floating a bit of resources, so it makes sense. Yeah, that truck, and he's gone for it in a very forward position because he's in such a commanding position. Might as well put it up here if he can. If he loses it, he can still rebuild it quite easily. The amount of resources he has, and he is just flooding the map with Goliaths. At some point, one of these is going to connect with one of Luvnest's squads, or maybe even one of his tanks. Points are draining down slowly though. Pretty much dead even in the VPs because Luvnest had that strong lead while creative name went for the fast tech. Luvnest had pretty good VP control. A few minutes.
We have 200 points now.
Actually quite a close fight between the Vet 5 STG folks and the commandos. And that's the problem with the commandos. It's like, you know, your best squad and they barely beat STG Fox Grenadiers. Oh! No, it doesn't connect with that one. Good reaction times here by Luvnest.
Tank ready.
But being pegged into a quarter of the map. Does a good job with his anti-tank guns though, keeping damage on this OKW armor. Wants to go for the kill here.
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
The Kid got us down. Jagdpanzer gets away. Other one coming in on the flank now. The anti-tank gun's been decrewed. Main gun destroyed on the Comet. That's a disaster. Jagdpanzer wants to get the kill and does. 6-pounder not going to be able to get the kill. Jagdpanzer gets away just in the nick of time. We've got a good push coming through the middle.
They're trying to take it.
Some creative name. It looks like Luvnest calls the GG there. Losing that Comet. Well, I mean, it just all went wrong for Luvnest. He lost that Comet and he lost that LMG squad, and all of a sudden, he just, you know, didn't have enough supporting anti-tank after that. That Panzer IV run amok, killed so much, and he could never quite come back. Well played though by a creative name. He played this very coolly and calmly. It'd be quite easy to just overplay your hand and lose the match there, but just sat on the VP, set up traps everywhere, and eventually one of them was enough to seal the deal for the game against Luvnest. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game recast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.